Hi, greetings everyone. In this video, we will understand how to save and clear a baseline. When the customer or the stakeholders approve your project plan, your next step is to save the baseline in the project. You can also save additional baselines at later dates, for example, to record significant changes to the plan or to track trends and project performance. If you don't need a baseline anymore, you can clear it to remove its values. But before you save a baseline, you want to make sure that your schedule has everything in it. Basically, it needs to be what the stakeholders approved. Then to save the baseline, on the project tab, click Set Baseline and choose the Set Baseline on the drop-down menu. For the first baseline, options in the Set Baseline dialog box are what you want because you are saving the initial baseline. It's called the baseline. So I'll go to the project tab here. I'll click on Set Baseline. Now here, if you see, we have a baseline. For the first baseline, the option is Set Baseline dialog box, and because you are saving the initial baselines, it's called baseline here. And compared to the baseline 1 through 10, which are other 10 that you can set. Other option is for the entire project. It's the first baseline, so what you want to do is save the entire. It's the first baseline, so you do want to do that, save the entire project. Or so just click OK. When you do that, what happens is these fields that you see here, the scheduled values, duration, start, finish, cost, work, all get saved to the baseline field. So to see that, I will go to the View tab here, click the Tables down arrow and choose Variance. And here you can see the scheduled start and finish date. It starts on 22nd July, and here the baseline start is the same, that is 22nd July, which has been saved. Well, let's say your project has gone through some big changes. For example, it gets put on hold while another project gets all the attention for a few months. Well, 3 months later, you come back and resume the work. All those dates in your baselines are no longer valid. You can save another baseline. In this case, click the baseline down arrow key in the project tab and click on the drop down, say Set Baseline. Now here, if you see that your baseline was saved, your last baseline was saved on the date 22nd July 2014. Now here I will save another baseline with the name baseline 1 and say OK. You can use this new baseline to track performance going forward. You can tell the project which baseline you want to look at in your views. So to see that, I'm going to go to the View tab here. I'll click on the Tables, click the bottom half of the Gantt chart, go to the More Views and select Tracking Gantt and say Apply. Now the Tracking Gantt shows the baseline task bars in the timeline time scale. So you can see the gray task bars here. Initially, project uses baseline, the one just called baseline, but if I want to look at the different baseline, so go to the Format tab, click the baseline drop down here and then choose the baseline you want. In this case, I will select the baseline 1, and now those taskbars shows the baseline 1. On the other hand, suppose the baseline is no longer relevant. Maybe a project has a new direction. Well, you can clear a baseline, go to the Project tab, select the drop down, click on the drop down and select Clear Baseline. Now select the baseline that you want to clear. Choose the baseline you want to clear here. I'll choose baseline 1 and say OK. And you can see the baseline 1 taskbars went away. Because that's the one that's shown in this view, saving a baseline is easy. So you can quickly record your original plan or major revisions to the plan. It's just as easy to choose the baseline you want to look at in the project and use it to evaluate performance. If you do need to clear a baseline, it only takes a few clicks. I hope the concept is clear to you. Thank you very much for watching the video. Bye-bye.